Okay, scalping session. We just got a flash of a buy signal, but I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. Because the E-minis are up against the VWAP. Now, it very well could pass the VWAP, but you would say, well, NQ's above its VWAP. Go ahead and take it long. I don't know. Remember, NASDAQ follows the E-minis. So I would be more prone to what? So it doesn't mean we take every signal that we're not just little robots. Or we could program the thing to just we could program the thing to automatically take the trades for us.
Well, on the 15-second chart, if you'd have done the buy, it would have made 40 cents on the TQ. Now the money flow is starting to bend over and the MACD is starting to look weaker.
Well, it'd help if I share my screen, wouldn't it? Y'all didn't even see what I said. Here's why I would be reluctant to take that long. We're up against VWAP. And it's printing inside that consolidation zone.
Yeah, now I do have a buy signal on the one. You do too.
Uh-huh.
So I think it looks like on your 15-second, we're way above the VWAP.
Yes, and we are on NQ. That was ES that I was showing.
Okay. Well, we're not above the VWAP on the TQ. So I think this is maybe an important point. This is the second time on the TQs they banged up against the VWAP. It may be that it'll break one way or the other.
Now, are you currently in a trade or are you out of everything?
I'm in a QQQ trade that I've got covered calls on, but I'm not actively in anything that would be considered a short-term trade.
Okay. Yep, price on ES is having a hard time getting past that VWAP. Really, it's hard to tell if there's any trend at all. Look at this. Up, down.
I just show it's on mine, it's just consolidation zone.
Yeah. I do think that consolidation zone is helpful, though.
Yeah, I've got to figure out how to factor in not honoring buy or sell signals when it's within it. Because it looks to me like we're getting ready to break out of it. But maybe not. Now, I will say this on the TQ, there was a buy signal below the VWAP at around 922, 923. And if you'd have taken it long and stayed in it, you'd have been up almost 60 cents. Looks like you're getting ready to go above one of your levels of resistance.
Right here.
Yeah, that red line on the 15-second.
Right here. Yep.
Yeah.
There it's clearer to see. Money flow just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, mine too. Very indeterminate.
Sorry, Mark, you can't use such big words with me.
Very indecisive.
That's better.
So, Professor, how old is your youngest child?
She just turned 9 yesterday.
Gotcha. So I'm thinking about writing a book for my granddaughter.
That would be smart. That would be good.
And the title of it is going to be The Littlest Begonia.
Mm.
And it's going to be a story about a tiny little begonia that has the same name as my granddaughter.
Is her name Begonia?
Oh, now I'm getting Amelia.
Oh.
Now it looks like I'm getting ready to get a buy signal.
Well, I wrote that book for my kids that was to teach them how to save money and that it's okay to spend some. And I'm like, they still don't get it. They like to spend it all. So my aunt gave them $600 a piece and I put it into a 529 plan. And JoJo accused me of stealing his money. I'm like, JoJo, I'm putting it up for you. I want to spend it. I'm like, JoJo, trust me.
You know, when you're that age, money is like when you go to the cafeteria, your eyes are always bigger than your appetite.
Yeah.
And got a weird sell signal. I'm back in consolidation chop.
Boy, we may need to start at 9:30. Look at that signal there. Then look at the signal there.
Yep. Okay, here we go. The other way. What is the 1 minute doing?
Just swooshing back and forth. We got a sale on the 15-second. Sale is flashing on the one. It's in that consolidation period, though.
Yeah, mine was slightly out of it. So to all of your friends and neighbors out there that watch across the world, it's going to be 102 in Dallas today.
Wow. Wow.
4 days ago, the high was 75.
It's 72 here in little old Bowden, Georgia.
Well, I'm jealous. Just got another sell signal. What's the AD doing?
AD just chilling. AD's at negative 211. This looks like what the market does on a Fed day. Really nothing until the Fed announcement. It's not a Fed day, but that's what it's acting like. It's waiting for an announcement or something. A catalyst to move. Mark, have you lived in Texas all your life?
100%. There aren't any announcements today, are there?
I don't think so. Boy, this is chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, and you're getting more entertainment than I am. Mine's a flat line.
What Mark does, y'all, instead of trading the futures, which gives him heartburn, he buys or sells shares of TQQQ, the triple leveraged NASDAQ ETF. Same concept, but his seems to go a little bit slower as far as the profit and loss. It's more manageable. Whereas what he said the other day, he tried an NQ contract and he was down $900 before he could blink.
Yeah, that day that I got out of that trade, I felt like I'd won the lottery. Well, right now on the Qs, they're just trading right smack dab on top of the VWAP. Man.
That would have been a good sell off the 15 there at that area of resistance.
Yeah, but it didn't tell us. I think some of this skill is going to be developed when these candles close below the 9-period moving average.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's just going to be trader skill, not following these signals exactly.
That's scary. Putting it back on us.
Okay, just got a sell signal on my 15-second.
Just got a sale on the 1 minute. which again, I would be reluctant to take because we're in the consolidation zone and we're going toward VWAP. But you might scalp a few points to VWAP.
What's the overnight high and low?
Let's see, right here, 21,404.
So you're a long way away from both of them.
Yeah, here's the low. So we're just kind of ranging in between them. Got a buy on the 15-second off the VWAP.
Yep. This just isn't tradable.
It's really not. We need movement with conviction for our strategy to work. You've got little movement with no conviction.
Just like my kids used to be when it was time to do yard work. Now you got money flow pointing down everywhere.
Yep. AD is now pointing down as well. But they told us this would be the hardest part is patience, not just jumping in for anything. We're like snipers, except we talk.
I watched an interesting video last night by Victoria. I forgot what her handle is on YouTube, but it's about the ETF called the SPMO. It's the momentum ETF.
Mm-hmm.
One people ought to, I think, familiarize themselves with.
SPMO.
Yeah. My money flow just went off the table.
Let's see how slow the DOM is moving. Like you can make a trade now, but you just be gambling. And it's moving enough that it would make a difference, but you're really just guessing.
I've had three buy signals on the 15-second on the TQ, and they've all been with just a few pennies of each other and haven't moved more than a dime. 1 minute's right down on top of VWAP.
Yeah, I kind of wish we'd get away from VWAP.
It's like a dadgum magnet.
Yeah. For those of you playing along at home, VWAP is watched by a lot of institutional investors. It is volume weighted average price. So this is the average price of the day, 21,319, according to the volume weighted average price.
Bouncing off of it again.
Little buy signal on the 15.
Yep. So the AD is not an indicator we can put on the chart through TradingView,
You can, but it doesn't look the same. It just looks
but
like a
it doesn't
straight
what?
line.
It doesn't do what?
It doesn't look the same as it does on
Oh, on
Thinkorswim.
your thing for
Yeah,
Thinkorswim.
it's more like this. It looks straight. And I'm
Gotcha.
like, that's not the same thing that we're getting. So they do have it, but to me, it's not meaningful.
You might be getting ready to get a buy signal on the one.
Yeah, and I might take it too off of VWAP. You got MACD on your chart, Mark?
I do. I mean, it's just kind of like everything else.
There's the buy signal. Let's see if it keeps printing. No.
So I front ran that one a nickel above the VWAP for what would have been a $60 scalp.
Did you mentally do it or did you actually
No,
take
no,
it?
that's what those bells going off where I actually took it.
Oh, good.
I had a stop limit order in at a nickel above the VWAP and it filled.
Good.
But got to practice.
AD kicking up. That would have been a good one.
AD still pushing up.
Yes. Wow. Maybe we'll get a short here shortly. We're now out of that consolidation zone. Now both ES and NQ are above its VWAP. Maybe we'll get away from that devil for a little bit.
Just got a sell signal on the 15 second on the TQ. You got one too.
Yeah, it just flashed up there. E-mini's back at VWAP just above it.
Buy signal on the 15.
Maybe we'll get a buy signal on the one here in a second. AD pointing down, money flow here pointing down, a little up here. AD still pointing down. ES below its VWAP. Surprised we hadn't got a sell signal yet.
Well, I did get one on my 15. The 5 minute still trading above.
Here's a sell signal. Wait till the next candle, see if it stays.
I'm coming down to my VWAP. It's not looking like it's going to hold.
Looking for this to go up a little bit before I jump in. Doesn't look like it's going to give me a chance. Would have been a good short.
Yeah.
Wow, would have been a great short. AD just made a low of the day.
There's your day's trading right there.
That was been my day. You're right. I didn't trust the signal, and I was hoping it would retrace a little bit before I jumped in, but I should have just went with it. And I think I remember saying the same thing to myself yesterday, so we need to learn from it. Hey, take the signal, silly. Especially when AD was confirming money flow was confirming. Take the signal. Hopefully some of y'all took the signal. Probably fixing to get a buy on the 15-second. There it is.
Trying to screen back up towards VWAP, but I don't know if we'll make it.
Looks like we're there on NQ. Well, not on this one, but on this one. Boy, look at that money flow. AD still making lows of the day. Got a buy flashing on the one.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
$120. That's how it's supposed to be done.
You jumped on that one?
Yep. Boy, that was just smooth. It got stopped out. Makes it keep running. Let's see. I was worried about the VWAP though. Let's see what it does.
Selling on mine.
On the 15, yeah, we just got a flash.
Yeah. But everything's pointing up.
Yeah, VWAP is now pointing upward.
It's going to go back up again.
Yep, I wanted to go long at the 30 and I just didn't do it. That would have been a nice trade.
Well, we might watch it at 340. See if that would have been a good front run. Money flow's heading back down.
AD still pointing upward. Boy, 40 would have been a great entrance.
I'm experimenting on the cues with this front running order entry thing. And it's interesting because you can tell how the market makers can see stuff.
How so?
Well, if you're looking at the price and I've got a stop buy order a nickel above it,
Mm-hmm.
you never really see it get to that price and I'm getting filled.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I'm staring at the quoted price on Tastyworks. I'm not losing. I mean, if I'd been doing 1,000 shares, I'd be up $300, but I'm just trying to get my order execution strategy under control. Learning how to do it with Tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So like right now, I'm coming back towards the VWAP. If I really thought it was gonna keep going south, I'd probably put a sell stop in around a dime from where it is right now. Theory being that if it's moving down on momentum, it'll fill. But it's tough to fight through this VWAP stuff.
Yeah, it is. Everything just gets jumbled up there.
So you don't put this the recording out on YouTube. This is one that you send out to people personally.
Sometimes I put it on YouTube. Sometimes I don't. It really makes for a boring YouTube, right? I mean, because there's not much action. We've only did one trade together. And but people could actually speed it up. What I need to do is have a stopwatch and tell people where the trades are so that they could, like 35 minutes in is our first trade, 42 minutes in, second trade. That's what I need to start doing. That way they could skip the patient stuff. But the patient stuff is where we learn really, it's like be patient, wait for the setup. AD's still ticking up. That 40 level would have been gold several times. Then when it gets back to it, I'm like, I'm not sure I want it. AD going flat on me. There's the 40 again. Let's see if it goes back up to 45. There she goes. Mark, didn't one guy say, hold on till the candle changes colors?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So I shouldn't have put my stop in here. I should have said, there's still green candles. Let it go. So I need a little bit more patience. I just don't like seeing winning trades turned into losers. May get a sell signal here on the one coming up. Get money flow. AD punching down a little bit. Yeah, the 40 would have been golden again up to 45. That's $100.
Got another lousy field, but got out of it with $5.
Okay.
Yeah, they swept at 10 cents that time.
Wow.
Let's mentally see what happens with a long at 355. If it fills.
Yeah,
It
tearing
would have
in.
filled. I'd probably get out of it. Would have been a net even trade.
You'd been up $100.
Yeah, but I'd have been sweating. I think the guy that trades the opening 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I think he's the one that gets out on the candle change. I think the other guy gets out when the candle breaks below the 9.
Okay.
So if you looked at this particular buy at 340, you wouldn't have gotten out on the 15-second chart where those two red candles formed. You would not have gotten out there. You would have stayed with it. Sure, right. That would have been a very acceptable trade.
Yeah, very good, Terry. Well, that's why it's good for us to all talk through it and, you know better what to do next time.
It's not moving quite as fast today. So on this particular trade, you could have put a sell order in with a $50 profit and seen what would have happened. Never really got a new buy signal on the one.
Mm-mm. AD still ticking up. Money flow ticking up.
Yeah, my 1 minute chart would have been a great buy. Got to spend more time watching it.
Yeah, you're right. Your trade would have been a $200 trade going in at 50.
Okay, now you're getting sell signal. I'm not sure I'd do it here though.
No, because 1 minute sure looks strong still, doesn't it?
Seemingly. Hmm. AD changing?
It's still kind of going up. Might have a little bit of resistance there. See what happens there.
Around 370.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, everything on the left is still going up though.
Your 50 trade would have been a $300 trade.
Well, blind pig finds what is it, an acorn every once in a while?
Wow.
My TQQ looks like it could keep going up for a few more minutes on the one.
AD's still going up. Sell on the 15. Money flow pointing downward.
And look at that, a sell signal. Another sweep got me in.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
You're
not
long.
good.
You're
Not
long.
good. It's not short. I put it a nickel below.
It's moving your way.
So far. Not now.
Look at money flow on the 15.
Got out of that one.
How'd you do?
Loss. Didn't like it.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I get in trade and I'm like,
Well, I was in the chop zone. Got another buy signal. Flashed on and off.
on the 15.
Second, yeah. You just got it.
Yep.
God, everything's still going up.
AD's clearly going up.
Hmm. They changed my exit price. I got out of that one with no loss. That's weird. I guess Tastyworks must be passing out presents today.
God, it's in a consolidation zone.
Yep, I'm back in it too. It is interesting how the TQs mirror this, except for a few key variables.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you going to go with this session today?
I was going to go to 12
Okay.
till we get into our lunchtime chop. Maybe we'll get one more good signal before then. Again, Mr. Impatient got out here when we could have been day done.
Yeah, we got to stick with that 1 minute.
Yeah. So what we said is one of the guys we think gets out when it turns to a red candle, and the other guy gets in when you get a or gets out when you get a close below that moving average.
That's right.
So we can experiment with both of those.
If you have time tonight, once the household settles down, go watch the futures market after 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
There's a bunch of really good slow trades that signal also.
Mm-hmm. But having clear defined rules for our strategy would be really, really good. Come on, give us a sell signal here in a second. AD trickling down a little bit. Look at there. It never gave us a buy signal on the 5. Gave us the sell, but didn't give us the buy. Hmm. Randy must have been asleep on her keyboard. Or her kitty cat's on the keyboard, or her little kid. The cat walked across the keyboard. My cat's been known to make some trades. He's a better trader than I am. Oh. I'm proud of us though, because we're not taking as many trades as we had been doing before we settled on how to trade this indicator. I think the patience has paid off. Now, if we get patience when we're in the trade and don't, you know, put our stop too close. So it's definitely a learning situation. Jasper, I like that name. Jasper needs an honorary financial planner degree when I graduate because he's here all day, every day with me. My
It's a cute
son,
name.
yeah, it is Jasper. My son, he's the cat kid in the family, my 15-year-old, and they all live upstairs with him. We rarely see them. Like if I get up in the middle of the night and go get me something to drink, the cat will be in the kitchen. But he does not come in the kitchen when the family's there. And when I go in there, it's like, hey, dude, what are you doing here? You're interrupting my time. I like to just chill by myself. Oh, sell signal flash. I've got 33 seconds more before it paints.
Got one too.
Okay, AD's pointing down. Money flow's pointing down. I will take it if it paints. Let's see, we got 17 more seconds. See if it paints or not. 10 seconds. All right, it painted.
Order filled.
Okay. AD pointing down, money flow pointing down. I just need price to point down. There we go. And I swear I want to put my stop loss in just to make sure it don't go bad. I'm gonna try to fight the feeling. Okay, we're up $100. I got my day done. Let's hold with it.
Thank you for calling Mr. Cooper, your home loan company. Para continuar en español, oprima 9. This call may be recorded for quality purposes. If you do not want this call to be recorded,
We got us a runner.
You better put a protective stop in there.
I'm gonna put one to make sure I get 200 at least.
Stop filled.
Okay, well we got 190. Wow, that was great.
Yep. Well,
I'm kind of
I'm gonna have to go. Thank you all for hosting this event again.
Mark. I think though we're getting it. I think we're just being patient enough to get this.
I think we've got to focus on the one.
Yeah, focus on the one. I mean, should I have taken that stop out there? I guess to say you got your day done, of $200, but I think we got this thing.
I think that on days where we've got more movement, you'll have the opportunity to get more runners.
Yeah. And that's all we need is a couple of those runners. We were up $200 on that trade.
Yep.
So that would have put us up 320 on the day. Maybe I should have took that. I don't know, but maybe we do follow the thing of, hey, wait till it comes above the 9 EMA, closes above it or changes candle colors. You just got to be patient with these trades. My problem is, if I see something up 100, I go, gosh, I just don't want it to turn into a loser. So that's why I put a stop in.
I don't think that's a bad plan if it moves in a way to where you can get that stop in quick enough.
Yeah.
All
But I
right, you
think I
guys.
think I think we're capable of getting 200 a day. I think we can do that.
All right, y'all have a great day. We'll talk later, Professor. Thanks.
All right, Mark, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So is everybody feeling good about the strategy? Get in when you got a sell signal, but the bar has to be closed under the line. On a buy signal, the bar has to be above the white line. And then, I mean, if you get $100, you could take it, or follow the rule of where you don't get out until you get an opposite color candle closed, right, on a 1 minute. So if this closed green, we would get out, or wait until a candle closes above the 9 moving average. So we can, as we go along, we can see, well, which is better. But it does make me uncomfortable when I see a winning trade go losing. But then you hold it. If you hold it, it normally works out. So one of the guys would get out of this trade because it's turned green. The other one would wait until you get a candle close above the signal line. See if I can make that signal line. It looks brighter over here, doesn't it? See, it looks gray over here. Let's see if we can make that brighter. Let's say UT bottler settings, style, buy, sell, bar color. Maybe it's the other, maybe it's the linear regression that has the white lines on it. Let's see, linear regression candles, settings, style, plot. That's got to be it, doesn't it? Inputs. 7-Eleven. Inputs instead of lines. Style. Plot is white. Line. Visibility. Why is that so bright? Mm. Oh well, I guess I'll deal with it being gray looking. I like it really white right over here. Looks like the bottom line is outside of consolidation zone. Just take the trade signal. Like the bottom line is outside of consolidation zone. Just take the trade signal. I love these trade signals. take the trade signal, have risk management, set your stop up, you could do a dynamic stop. Like you could have done a stop on this sell signal, maybe outside the last swing high. Personally, I do a $300 stop limit, 20, let's see, 15 points, I guess. Times 20 is 300. That's what I do. But maybe we'll experiment with that too. But I think we're getting this, y'all. I think we're getting this. 2 straight days of making our target. So what I may do is at the end of this session, do our regular trading session where we go over the market at least. And we'll see if we got any more people joining us at 12. We may for them just go into our regular little thing. We've already had our scalping fun. But if I could do 200 a day, I could take the family to Applebee's for dinner every day. That's the way I look at it. Without hurting my style of living. And then we'd have some left over for ice cream. Now I'd weigh 700 pounds, but kind of surprised we didn't get a buy signal here. So that other guy would have got out right here. Because it looks like that closed right above. So one guy would have got out here. One guy would have got out here. So we'll figure out what's best. There may not be an always best. We'll figure it out. And then we'll go from 200 a day to 300 a day. Now I go, okay, I could eat breakfast at McDonald's. I could eat lunch at Wendy's. Then I could eat dinner at Applebee's and have ice cream. Then I'd weigh 900 pounds. It motivates me to put in my daily profit into food terms. Bobby, you could have Red Lobster for lunch and Applebee's for dinner every day. Okay. That gets me excited. I'm surprised that didn't turn on a buy signal there. Let's see why this white line's so wide over here. Let's see, listing, regression candle. 7-Eleven style. Plot, white, same thing. But what I really like is our charts are really, really clean. Not a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you don't have to have money flow. I just like to see money flows confirming the trade. And then AD over here. Now, again, I've tried to put AD on Trading View. It just doesn't look the same. So I just like this here. So if any of y'all want this, I can share it with you. So, but if you want to just trade on one screen, and all you need is this right here. I like looking occasionally at the 5 minute. And I like occasionally looking at the 15 second. But here's where the money is made. This is where the money is made. All right, guys, doesn't look like anyone else is joining, so I will let everybody go. I hope you had a great day, and thank you for your patience. It's really boring, y'all. It's really boring, but making $200 a day is not boring, right? And I think we can scale that to $3 and $5 and $1,000 a day at some point when we maybe extend our trading sessions. And another thing that we need to look at is maybe we do get started a little earlier. I mean, look at this buy signal right before the market opened. Boom. And look at this great sell signal. Boom. Then look at the buy. Boom. I mean, the guy that takes the first 3 signals, I mean, he just made a fortune. Fortune, fortune, fortune. Us, made a little, made a little. I guess we made a little, made a little. So, well, good, Brandy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, everybody, have a great session, a great day today, and go make a difference in somebody's life. And we will see y'all tomorrow.